Hey everyone, it's Straw Hat Net here, and I'm going to be making some dangle earrings. This is kind of a tutorial, kind of not a tutorial, but I'm going to show you how I make like quick dangle earrings. Here's an example. I'm not going to make them, like they're going to be similar to this style, but the sides are going to be a little bit longer than this one. So they're just going to extend down just a little bit more, but it's similar style. And I'm going to show you how I do this. The first thing I do is I have my needle and thread, and now I just thread through just enough. As you can see, there's just enough thread, but instead of tying the end, I'm going to tie it onto the hook itself. And just simply tie it. I usually have longer nails. Usually my natural nails are a lot longer, but a few of them broke recently from doing activities, so I just made them small again, but shorter. Okay, so now when you have this, I like to, when I string the bead, which you could choose which one you want. I have a few here. Don't mind the pink ones. I'm going to be making Valentine's Day style earrings shortly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clear bead, if it will allow me to take the bead out. Okay. And when I get close enough to the end, I'll try to make sure that the string is together so that it will go through and it will prevent, you know. Okay, so the first beads I'm going to string on are these white beads. My idea is to kind of go as close as possible to the color of the two balloon dogs. But I also have like this really shiny kind that has the blue and green, and I thought that would be kind of cool to kind of add because I don't have a lot of the beads. So if I'm able to add a little bit more of this and less of these, I could have enough to do both earrings the same style. So I'm going to pick up some beads on 13 beads. Sorry about that. I got interrupted. So I strung on about 13 of the white beads, as you can see. And I try to be careful because it's going to, yeah, like it just did. That happens. That's okay. We'll let it happen, okay? So we got 13 of the white beads. So now I'll be right back. I'm going to have more beads out. Okay, so the next colors that we're going to do is this, which is the blue and green iridescent colors. And I'm going to try my best to alternate the colors so that you could see the blue and the green tint to it, even though they're all the same kind of coating. But let's see how many I have on my, so there's 5, 6, 7, 20. Okay. So I did 13 of the white beads and 20 of the multicolor blue and green beads. And then what I'm going to do, because there's less of the blue, I'm going to alternate what color I'm going to put in the middle as the larger color. Um, so for like this one is going to have the blue end so that it can hold the green dog. And then it's going to be reversed for the other earring. Okay, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're going to do 10. And then now these are dangles for someone that probably doesn't wear dangles, so I'm trying not to go too long, okay? So this is going to be our center one because that's why it's the longest one. And we're going to use a green, but I didn't know if I should do, I think it would make it look interesting if I did add this bead. This is what's fun about making jewelry is that you can make it however you want. You don't have to abide by any rules as long as you have fun doing it, okay? So now I strung the little dog on and I strung all of these beads, right? Now this is the part that's going to help it be a dangle. You're going to take the needle and you're going to go through every single bead. It might be a little difficult to do this on the table. I like to lift it in. And then I will pull through just to get it started. And then I lift, and this is how I usually do it. So I lift, and because I have a pretty long needle, I can fit a lot of beads. Okay, and then you pull through. I also like to pull tight so that it pulls it tighter, so I know exactly where I gotta go. And you have to make sure you get this all correctly. Sorry, I'm not showing. This sometimes can happen where it gets tangled in the dangle. See, and then I pull tight again. Okay, I'm going to show you guys again. So we're going to go into beads. We're going to go all the way through to the top. And I like to go the opposite side, as you can see. I'm going to pull through. Okay, and then what I like to do is I'll put the needle through the hook. Okay, my camera ran out of battery. So, okay, now after I'm done pulling it through the hook part right there, now I'm going to go through the opposite side of the jewel that's there. Okay, this is why I have it there because it's like a nice little buffer. Okay, and now I'm going to string beads, but I'm going to go a little bit shorter, but not too much shorter than the other two. I mean, than the center one. So we want the colors to go longer, a little bit longer, okay? So I did 13 on the main one. So 13, 14, 15. So then I like to see how much more I need to do. And as you can see, I need to make it a little bit longer, right? So I have 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we'll do 20 on this side, okay? Then we're going to get these beads. We're going to do 11, 12, 13. Okay, so now, as you can see, how it like goes past it just a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm going to do 15. Okay, I'm going to do 15. So it goes past just a little. Then this is where we're going to do a little bit of a difference. Okay, kind of like what's going to happen in the other earring. So I'm going to do the blue next and then the green. So the blue, we're going to do 1, 8. Okay, let's see how long that makes it. Okay, we go a little bit more. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to do 13. See, so now it goes down a little bit more. So 13. And then we'll do the green. All right, let's see. Okay, so as you can see, this is kind of like what I was thinking of, where it's a little bit longer than what I've showed in my previous earring, but not long enough where it hides the dangle. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a green bead, iridescent bead. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing that I was showing you before. So you take the needle and you're not going to go through this bead. You're going to go over it. Okay. This is why I like using black string. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull through as many beads as you can, pull tight. And what you're going to do is you're going to hold at the end and you're going to just pull through until it gets close. Okay. Like that. And then you're going to go through all the beads. So your task is to go through the beads. This is going to be a little challenging because it's already heavy on the other end because it has beads already. So you're just going to be playing with it as long as you get through all the beads. And I will stress this, make sure you get through all the beads. Otherwise, you're going to have string sticking out and it's going to make the dangle look wonky. And you don't want that. You want it to dangle. And you don't want to make it too tight because if you make the dangle too tight, it's just going to look crooked and weird, and you really don't want that. So we're just going to keep going through all of the beads. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to pull through. And as you can see, it's a little loose here. So what we're going to do is pull. Okay. So now I pulled it a little bit. And then we're going to go through, like how we did before, the opposite way. Pull through. Okay. We're going to go through the hook part here like we did before. And then back through the crystal iridescent bead. And we're going to go down like that. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do the opposite side, and we're just going to follow the same pattern that we did for this one. So again, we'll do 20. I wish I could be like those bead workers that can just do this and get all the beads. Like, I've tried. I don't have that skill, I guess. I've tried. Oh yeah, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I lost memory space. So we're going to string on 20 beads, and now we're going to do 15 of the iridescent beads. Okay, so I got 15 strung on. Okay. And sometimes because some beads are going to be a little bit bigger, are going to look longer because of it. Then next we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 beads next. I always count to make sure because you never know. I'll be back. Okay, so I strung on the 13 beads, and now we're going to do 8. And let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a reason I do that. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so here's the 8 beads strung on. Then I'm going to take one of the clear green beads and I'm going to do like I did before. Go over the green bead, go under the bead that's right next to that, and I'm going to string up as much as I can. String up as much as I can. And I'll be back. Okay, so I got it all the way strung, and now I'm at the part where I put it into this part of the hook, and you got to make sure that you don't have it tangled in the dangles because that will be a problem. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it off like if I was tying off any kind of sewing project. I like to do the go around the needle 3 times. And again, make sure it doesn't get tangled. And we're just going to pull tight like so. And then what I like to do is go through the hook again and then down the bead. And then I try to go as far down as I can to hide it. And then I'm going to cut the string. Now this one is going to be difficult because it was supposed to stay in this. But what we'll do is we'll just cut it here. And then what I like to do to make sure that the right bead goes in the middle, I just kind of mess with it a bit to kind of give it like a, you know, front and center kind of look. Okay. There we go. I'm going to move this. Now I'm going to make the other earring off camera and I'll be back to show you both products. All right, everyone, this concludes my small tutorial on how to make dangles. This is the finished earrings. I think they came out really cute, and I hope that you enjoyed this small tutorial. If you want to see any more of these type of videos, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and please like this video, share if possible, comment down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you all who are following me and have been interacting with my content. I truly appreciate it. And stay tuned for my Valentine's Day dangle earrings next. Have a good day.